Hello. It's been a while since I've done a video. It's because I've just moved house. So I'm lucky enough. This is the Gold Creek here. I live about 500 metres up there. So I used to live on this same creek further up, but the gold wasn't as good. So I'm right on the original town site here. The cemetery's not far from here, the old post office, all gone now obviously, but so this is my first look at this part of the creek. You can see looks pretty good. Look at this old wash here. It's not actually tailings, it's where it's been washed out of the bank. You can see it right through here. I want to have a little look at that. And it's been a real hot summer so far, so it's good to even still have flow. So I'm pretty spoilt really. Well, we'll see what gold's in here first and then decide if I'm spoilt. But right through here, you can't really see it. There's a heap of trenches and mines. There's mine just here I found just then on the way down. So they really worked this section pretty heavily. So it'll be nice if I have gold at the back door. I mean, I found gold up at my other house. It wasn't great, and I found some real nice gold down here. There's actually an operating mine, just a hobby mine, still up on the top of this ridge. So, and they pulled plenty of gold out of that. This is the clearest spot. It'll take a bit of time with the machete to cut a few tracks in. So what I'll do, we may as well have a look at this wash, just here. I'll take that out. I think I can probably even run the McKirk, and we'll see how we go. See if the new place is worth it. It's beautiful down here, except I forgot a hat, so it might be a short trip. I'll dig that out and then we'll run it through. Alright, I'll just show you. So I just started just here. You know, whether it's the old channel, it looks like the old channel, but it could be an old tailings pile too. I've shown you a lot around this area, and you might have seen we get the red dikes and the blue dikes and the yellow dikes. So you can see what I'm into here, it's all yellow. And about a K downstream from here, there was a pretty rich gully. And they never found the source of the gold in there. They got up to 27 ounce nuggets. But that's all yellow, the yellow sandstone-y stuff up there. So it'll be interesting. That's probably why this area was so heavily worked. You can see there's one bit of red there, but there's no blue. Oh, here's some down here. You can see the blue colour. So they all came up in dikes in the bedrock, and they're a softer, sandier stone, and they actually break down into the, you can see a bit breaking down there. They break down into the clay. It's pretty rusty in there too, so there's obviously some heavies in there. I don't know if there's any gold in there, but I just scraped off the top. So it looks like because it's all the same height, it looks like it might be the old riverbed. Right. So I'll finish this bucket and we'll pan it out and have a look, Alright, well, success first up. You can see it, right? Heaps of tiny, you can see that bigger chunk there. But look at all that super fine stuff in there with it. There you go. Heaps of super fine stuff. And that was, well, you can see I've hardly dug any. Oh, let it refocus. Sorry, make your car sick. There we go. Only a little tiny hole there. So I've never seen gold that fine through here. So what I'll do is I'll do a big bucket. So much clay in it, you really got to break that clay down. But Looks pretty good, huh? Maybe 3 sieves full. So we'll keep going. I've got my Kirk down there. And we'll see how we go. Probably ideal for me high banker. And I'll show you when I walk back up, I can actually drive. You can see how steep this hill is right up there. My house is up here, but I can actually drive down this paddock. Except it's 2-wheel drive, so she don't want to get stuck. We'll run a bucket to get that sort of fine gold right off the top. It very well might be an old. See here, it looks like they've diverted this. Doesn't it? Like this could be one of the. This is a creek bed, and here's a creek bed. So they might have diverted it, to clean it out. I couldn't even tell you how much diggings is right through on this bank. This is obviously a farm here, but that tree line there was a pretty good gully. But the next one over, that's where they got all the big nuggets. And then this one on the other, you can see where this branches off up there. There's another really good gully. Well, I don't know whether it's still good, but back I'm talking about in the 1860s, they got a lot of gold out of there as well. Tempted just to go up and grab the high banker now. We'll just have a bit of a puddle today. I've got to fix my pump actually. But you can see the nice mineralised quartz. There was actually one bit, I've probably lost it, that I found that had a few little crystals on it, which is pretty rare along here. So I'll see if I can find it. Yeah, I don't know where I put it. See a bit of the blue there. It's all that, nice rough stuff. And then here, look at this. It's just collapsed down. I'm almost certain these are even right up. Look right up there. You can see that layer there and then there. They're not overly it's not overly water worn, so I wouldn't mind betting it's tailings. As you really can see the layer there. So it washes out of the bank. You can see all these are pretty sharp. We're on a bucket through the sluice. I'm running a little bit slow. Oh, there's that bit. Look here. I'm on focus. Got a new phone. Probably worth crushing that one up. Heaps of crystals in that. Not that it means anything for gold, but... Oh, there we go. Look at that. Now you can really see them. Oh, look in there. It's even got some inclusions in there. Right, that hasn't been in the creek. Just been sitting up on the bank somewhere. Look how sharp that is. Oh, look at that bedrock breaking up right there. The old times when they found these blue dikes, they'd oh, you can see it right there. Good example. They actually carried quartz veins, so they used to break them up. Stay with me, camera. You can see a little tiniest quartz vein right there. When they come across these dikes, they break them up, and because this is, you can see how they shadow like that. Look at that. They'd trap the gold, That's a perfect example of how. Anytime I come across that blue stuff at the other creek, I know I'm going to get good gold. You can even sort of see where they've been trenching in through these gullies here. So it's pretty cool, because you can't get to this spot. Most of this creek, a lot of you know where I'm at, but I'm not going to tell you, the ones that don't. There's only one access point for this creek, public access point. So if you put the hard yards in, you can come up a bit, but you never get up this hole. And it looks like, it's pretty good. Nice clear, plenty of spots you could stick the high banker in here pretty easy. And if what I'm seeing, it all looks pretty good. Yeah, they've got to be. Look at these rocks here, old workings. Definitely that one. So I'll get a bucket out and we'll run it through the sluice and we'll see if we can pay some rent. Alright, well, did about 3/4 of the bucket. Look at all that gold. So it's super fine stuff, and it's definitely worth bringing the high banker down to break that clay up. That's a pretty nice gold for what we'll call one full bucket. And there's a bit of work in that bucket, breaking down the clay, whereas the high banker will just rip through that. Show you the hole. So you can see that's a small hole. That's just what I've done there. Oh, look at that big bit of quartz sitting there. Oh. So, should be pretty exciting, really. Oh. Look in here, would you? Where this bank's falling away. The cows can actually get in here, so I think they. Look at that. Oh yeah. There, so it goes, it's about a foot above the creek. Look at all that washed out behind that log there. The deeper I actually got in that hole, there was a bit of that that blue stuff. Oh, a big dragonfly just landed on me. So it's interesting. Little tiny sample, and if that's what the rest of the creek is like, that'll be awesome. See some real big ones in there. There's a big sandbar. Look at even the wash right up here. You can see where it's laid down flat in a flood. It's all just sand. This is definitely some sort of diversion. Might even run off up in there. Bloody blackberries. So it's good to be back doing videos. It's like, I don't think I've gone gold panning for 5 or 6 weeks. This is pretty rare for me. And we'll bring the high banker down. And this place, I only rent the house, but the whole place is 80 acres, so I've got plenty of riverfront to explore. Right. So hopefully we get some good gold. No pickers yet, but that's some pretty nice fine stuff in amongst that sandstone. I just piled up the clay there. I'll dry that out and pan it. So next time you see me, I'd say I'll have the high banker down here and we'll pull all this out. I won't dig into that bank because it will collapse. I'll just run it from right there straight down, continue that hole out, then I can run me high banker into there. There's some pretty interesting rocks. You can't really see them on the camera, just up there too. We'll go and have a look at. But this is the only bit I've really looked at. I haven't walked up any further. This is right near where they fenced it off, so I can get in here. Alright, well, until next time. Alright. I just thought I'd show you on the way back up. So I was just here, that's where the creek is. You can see they were trying to find the source of this gold. Look at these trenches. Here, this hole. They've benched it out, so the creek, you can almost see the creek. It's just here, it's like 15 metres. Either this is an old diversion. They might have, you know, run the creek down through here to work down there. Or this is just them trying to find the source of the gold. They didn't muck about. I don't know how well that shows up on the camera. Look at that, you can see that. And it's like this. I've walked up maybe 100 metres that way, 100 metres that way. But this gold field went 5-6 kilometres. So they didn't muck about. You can see, let me look. It's just there, look at the quartz line on the ground. You can see that trench bed in here, right through that way. So it would have been a fair bit of activity going on here. Over 100 years ago. That gully I told you about with the good gold out of that yellow sandstone, they were still mining it in the 30s. During the Depression they had another crack at it. Another big hole there, all down here. There's another one just there. So there we go.